Origine Jono Jean Bama Geza Dombola Yamson Jogo Journey Bama Jone Jeza Gordon Ganjo Mombo Gorji Jeza Dada Shenjera Jozo Guru Bama Zada Origine Jono Jean Bama Geza Dombo Yamson Jogo Journey Bama Jone Jeza Kodam Gandro Mambo Goroji Lodrö Shinji Lodrö Zozo Goro Bam Sabda Ho No Shan Pama Giza Dombola Yamzon Jogo Lodrö Pama Jone Jiza Dang Kodam Gandro Mambo Jiji Jiza Lodrö Shinji Lodrö Zozo Gara Bama Sada Oma Hum Bazar Gara Bama Sada Oma Hum Bazar Gara Bama Oma Hum Bazar Gara Bama Sada Oma Hum Bazar Gara Bama Sada Oma Hum Bazar Gara Bama Oma Hum Bazar Gara Bama Sada Oma Hum Bazar Gara Bama Sada Oma Hum Bazar Gara Bama Uma Banzarangara Bama Sarda Jela da Jonsora da Bendi da Zora de Nibi Zabra Nadan Wan Bonda Joja Juda Raji Beranza da So Chumdun Dingum Bonja Horayan La Janza Lo Ganga Lodrö Dumye Dumdra Nyada Nanda Raza Chenye Dongan Chevya Suje Niji Daga Longwa Kanda Debi Zora Maru Mundo Dunga Jeza Rozo Gala Vaje Daje Yala Juje Yanda Rudra Je Mo Nyolo Leje Zodo Domza Maru Mazer Dungara Nyaga Chenye Chonza Ratu Dune Daja Zabji Dazo Yanda Lezo Jaje Do Chudra Judan Juni Yande Dalum Yawara Yala Dada Omara Bazanada Omara Bazanada Omara Bazanada Omara Bazanada Omara Bazanada Umara 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 Bazanada Tsiduna Jiji Jero Zeragi Damu Dama Mambaraza Kadan Danjo Jolo Doba Kobi Nawa Jeda Soro Nyaji Jimbo Zoda Nime Zone Molo Jimbo Ngajat Pakara Dangam Santu Shirma Do Domba Tiji Janla Shanza Lo
Good evening to everyone here tonight. That I have this opportunity tonight to be here at the Sherpa Dharma Center to have this teaching or to be in conversation with you all is something I'm very, very happy about.
Tani sharwa zinaya ngaso tani gongna shepa jinda tani boli chapa yimba tang tani chuyinna tani da ngararimbo che la sondip tani shenken zi yindi tani da ngaso tsangma gangstarang tani da tab chuluk tapa wangda shinanja tani rawazi kanda tani chigda da murikam jongkong wangda shinanja tani tsangma shikba rindu.
So whether it's in terms of the origins of our people or in terms of religious faith, the Sherpa people have great faith in Guru Rinpoche, and so as Tibetans we have our faith and the origins of our people in common.
Tani terang atso tani chutre ko nangdon te tani tang atso mangsok ko tani chu nyamse kandilen o tani zik go ne. So the
topic of this evening's teaching will be how lay Buddhists go about practicing the Dharma.
라보더니 직바 인지리 발신 인사리 대나가 좀 망속고 있나 되니 참말라 따바 용킨 된디즈 렌두 따이나 당가서 출라 따바 약보 유기대 마도 바양 추대 약보즈고 요나메나양 때즈 하고 만두대나 발치 맞아 보 단다보리 보인나더니 망속 참마 출라 따바베 약보요래 출라 따바 약보요래 때 있나양 때니다 추냠린 우마디 양 때즈 심큰데 뇽뇽 마도대 요 말이
I'd say that there is a similar situation between the Sherpa community and the Tibetan community in general, and that is that among the ordinary community, among the lay community, there is great faith in the Dharma, there's great faith in the Buddhist teachings. However, the number of people among the lay community who are actually practitioners of the Dharma and really have an understanding or a deep understanding of the Dharma are few.
Tani chula tapa pe yagbo tani ta yore, tasti parta tani tapa yore lonyung, gargi tsumatsu tari lonyung tsula yana tani tapa yagbo yore, rite ina tani ta chu nyamsi kanti goni linggo re, tani chu ngomati kanti re ta, tani goni shayona, yang tani tetsu yagbo shinkente nyonyung makto tani yo, mari tani nga tsu sharwa la yana, yang parchi nesar tenra po yinshi chi.
So it's the same for Tibetans, whether it be Tibetans outside of Tibet or Tibetans inside of Tibet. In general, everyone has a excellent faith in the Dharma. They have excellent faith in the three jewels. And this continues to be the case, not just for old people, but also among young Tibetans as well. However, the number of people who really know how to practice the Dharma authentically is not very many at all. And so I would guess that it's probably similar among the Sherpa community as well.
Tenite ngaso bobatang sharwatang tendi chibu mare yang merig jamba nangla yang chula tapa yak boyo na yang chitini chun domban doya da teni yang chu nyimba tezre teni domba kora jawya da tendi matok ba yang chu ngomati nyamlin chikiti teni ta machine khang teni me mambo kasakawa la teni ndu ngaso nangba sanji ba la teni ta taba shinken teni ta loma ze gonanda teni chuba nangla teni chu yak bo shinkente boba当teni sharwa teni chibari mendo jambang na la yang teni chu yak bo ma shinken shitang chu la taba yak bo yonkin yina chu yak bo ma shinken teni kala kasakawa na zambolong sacha kangla na teni mangbondu.
And so aside from chanting mantras and reciting prayers, doing kora, etc., all over the world, among our communities, the number of people, lay people who really know how to practice the Dharma are very few.
Tendi indi ta nga chu chu drib gona teni chu driblikti inda manda shigore ma to ba nga chu driblikti mashina teni nga chu susu rang sablo ta na nga rang chu drib ko yo nga rang chu she ko yo tendi samna ya dong go thola nga chu teni chu yak bo teni ta drib ko mare tendi indi teni chu driblikti ya bo shia te pe ka chimbore.
If we are going to practice the Dharma, however, it's necessary that we need to know actually how to go about doing so. Because even if we have the desire to practice the Dharma and we think it's important, if we don't know how to go about doing so, then it's very difficult. So it's really important that we know how to go about actually being a practitioner of the Dharma.
Teni nga tsu chu driblik te yakbo zi shisona teni kabli chimbo ma gimna yang chu yakbo teni te drib thubgare. Te karti chu driblik te yakbo zi mashina teni nga tsu yang kabli mambo jab teni shi de na yang tong thola teni chu yakbo teni drib thubga mare.
If we do know how to go about properly practicing the Dharma, then our practice of the Dharma is something that we can come to relatively easily. However, if we don't know the proper way for going about practicing the Dharma, then despite the fact that we might undertake a lot of difficulty in our actions, in actual fact, we won't be practicing the Dharma properly.
Tendri indi ta nga chu karichi go ore zena teni maung bala teni nga chu boba inanda tenda was ke teni sharwa inari chama teni nga chu chula tapa shenken zu yin charti teni yinda manda teni chula lojung kala kansam teni she go ndu.
So in the future, whether it be the Tibetan community or the Sherpa community, since we are people with faith in the Dharma, it is necessary that we study the content of the Buddha's teachings to some extent.
Teni chula lojung ma shina teni nga chu chude te nga chu so go chude yakbo yin teni chude teni zangbo teni yin teni zena ta gandhi go ni yakbore teni gandhi go ni zambore nga chu chula lojung she goya wi gimchen chuzre chude nga chu lojung shina nga chu la teni phandok kare yore je teni shayona te yang nga chu teni lanjam ma shi banda o teni rendo re.
If we don't study the Dharma, then even though we might say that that Buddhism is wonderful, it's good, it's fine, when people actually ask us, how is it good? What benefit does it have? What are our reasons? What are the reasons that we should study it? We'll find ourselves not being able to answer these questions.
Teni nga chu bo ke teni chula lojong shenken inna teni namjin mangso ko nangla ta kora jawyanda ta teni domba teni nyemba dangwa o ten dawa zu chi teni wang mangbo teni jianda da teni ge luksurti te nga chu teni bo ko nangla yang teni jachim bo yore te charwa la yang te tang da bo injiri teni tezu thamje bo yakbo re teni nga chu wang jinanda teni domba na chokban chokna te so pe yakbo re inna yang nga zo wang jiwa tang teni chokban chokba tang teni chibuzu ki yung kuyo mare teyin di nga zo yindam da teni lojong she go re teyin di nga zo teni sharwa ge na teni nangla yongken ge teni lonyong kyabur da teni lonyong chogo ge na teli kya nga zo chude yakbozu teni lojong she ni teni teni she na teni tazo nga zo chude soso ranga yang nyamlin yakbo she shi teni mi jalla teni par shed go na yang teni yakbozu teni kodam choba teni zire yung ge re.
So, among lay Tibetans, we do a great deal of kora, reciting mantras, reciting prayers, and attending of initiations and empowerments. There is a great tradition of engaging in these activities on the part of lay Tibetan communities and probably among the Sherpa as well. And of course, this is all good. It's good that we attend initiations. It's good that we gather together for Dharma assemblies. But we can't simply rely on this alone. We do also need to learn the content of the Dharma. And this is especially the case for young people, that they learn Buddhism and know how to actually go about practicing it. And by learning it, they will also be able to communicate about Buddhism effectively with others.
Teni nga zo boba na la yang teni samkwe mambo yo re teni chula teni lojong she ata teni gum jawe ata teni samla teni de yam teso chama teni lama dang chaba dang teso le ka re ma to ba nga zo mercha phomo inna teni gum jawe anda ota teni samla de ata teni go mare sambanda o teni samlo ta teni yang chula teni nang chula teni lojong she ate yang nga zo lama chawa tesu teni nangchula lojong she go re ma to ba nga su mangchok teni da nangchula lojong she go mare sambanda nga su teni domba donji da su shina teni ndukre samba go samlo de yongkhen ge teni me mangbu yo re jeti teni dong thola teni mare nga su teni makya phomo cho yen na yang teni chula lojong she atang teni gom jawya teni kap kap se teni khomba te ji yona teni chamla te te zinduk ote sope hali patini karchim bore.
In Tibet, many people are of the view that studying Buddhism, meditation, and going on retreat are activities that suitable for lamas and monks and the ordained, that these are not activities that are appropriate for lay members of the community. And similarly with study as well. Many people think that study of the Dharma is something for lamas and monks. Lay people don't need to do so. It's for lay people, it's fine if they recite prayers and recite mantras and so on.
Tinti teni maombala aso bobayena re sharayena re chama lonyung chogo teni aso lojung de zhia ti thola teni shigyawrochi aso mosang siyina yang teni de chude la lojung ya boshi chude teni don de aso yang bozu gosona teni soso go sem gna la teni phamba yang bo yongore teni tesola teni ta dolna yang bozu she gore.
Despite the fact that many people think like this, it isn't in actual fact true. For lay people, study of the teachings, meditation, and if time permits, going on retreat are all very good activities. So in the future, lay members of our community should really please make a strong effort to study the Dharma. And once you have understood something of the meaning, this is something that will bring great benefit to your minds.
Tendi ending aso gum javayate yang tendi aso shertang ta zhongqiao nyu o ta tendi zalate ne yo na tendi ma me chamala tendi khom mambo yo re tendi leka thola tendi prera mambo yo re tendi je de yinna yang nyama re la tendi ta gum javayate de yo na su sen la tendi phantok yak bo yong gore te yendi pena ngaso nyama re la namu ngamu tendi yar lang ne yang gum tendi chiso jingda o da yang chiso shekanda o tendi jab adomoto tayate pe karchim bore.
So in terms of meditation in a city like New York, clearly it's a very busy, a very hectic city. And yet, if it were possible to meditate every day, this would be something very beneficial. So even trying every morning to reserve some time for meditation, 1 hour or even just half an hour.
Aya teni te inding aso chude yogo re matokbada chumena teni masatang salayana teni pe ta semgana la teni dungur ramanda mambo yongore dungur teso yongine kapsa teni chulandang jawyate mena teni ngaso ta semgana la teni kebo yongate haliba teni khabore te indi ngaso chude teni karchimboz la ta sgo re matokbada ngaso me mambo teni ta ju soso pamjur ko thoni teni chobo teni yimbi nekabna teni samlo kandiz tangare zena o ta ngarang pamjur yagi song teni ngarang gormo mambo yo ngarang teni khangba chimbo yo teni langkhor teni yapo korea yo o teni ngaso ngi khang kanala teni gormo mambo yo na teni tandgare teni nga simke boyong gore te ma chokba chi yo mare samne ngaso teni pamjur yagi masung ikaps teni zambalong ko thola mi mambo zga teni samgo yo re.
So we need Buddhism. Without it, we are really left without resources when we encounter problems. Without the Dharma, then it is difficult for us to find happiness, and our minds it will be difficult for us when we encounter suffering. So it's important that we do regard our religion as important. When we are in a stage where we don't have much money, when we're materially impoverished, many people think, oh, if I had money, if I had lots of money, if I had a big apartment, if I had a car, if I had money in the bank, then I'd be happy. Many people think like this.
Teni nyemaschila ngaso kable mambo jabne teni nyemaschila teni tangune tane pamjuriya gis song teni khamba yena khamba chimbo yo teni langkhor yena langkhor jugbo teni ta halepa teni gong chimbo teni tangya yo o teni rene pamjuriya gi rene teni re sona teni ti kaps ta ngaso ngama ga samlon da re jena ngaso ta o ta nga song ngarang la teni demo chibbo ta nga deshit phasam chobare tanga dumur mentu tanga gormo mambo yare tanga drsung samada orizena tis chigyang mare zambola ko thola mos chila ande yongo mare Korang yang teni gormo mambo yo pamjuriya je tang teni recharwi jini yang kir sem gana la yang dungmer yang jamba mambo zu teni ta yung dega yore teni yindi nga so ta pamjur chikpola teni dang jabna teni te me mtsindi nang la teni demo tang kepo te yung ya korkab su tsawa ne yung mandu te nga so chu na la teni yo mare sone ngama ne son yore ta teni chu chikpo mare tarta ga shusoko tola nga so tana te mambo teni thongya teni yore teni yindi nga so bamjur yerji tonggo gore rete te dang nyamdu nga so yindam da chu te la teni samlo ya potang ne chu te nyamlin ya bozu shea te pe karchim bore.
However, if one day, after working really hard for a long time, we do progress in our circumstances and find ourselves in a situation where we have a lot of money and an apartment and a wonderful car, then at this time, do we still think the same way that we originally did? Now do we think, oh, I have enough, I've got all these things, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm okay, I'm satisfied? No, no one thinks like this. After we have progressed in our circumstances, after we've achieved or attained all of these things, we still suffering, we still experience suffering from other sources. So even though, of course, we do need to have a certain level of material existence, simply relying on material things to bring us happiness. If we do this, happiness will never come our way. So while we do need material things, we also very much need religion and particularly need to know how to practice religion.
Tani karte nga so mtsindi nangla tani ta magdewa ta market pa dumr authentic chikyang me tani chu nga so tani lipo ina tani lipola na cha me pa tani semgo tola dumr me pa aw shawa thamto pe lamdo yongwa te dindis yinna yang te jimchun te la tenni o ta nga demond nga kibond tani nge chudub go mare sambao tendin da po samlo tana tani nga so samlo tang sa de ngone tane hallepa tani bogu chongchong ko tani samlo tang sa da bore nga so mtsin di nangla tani pe na tani shawa thamche pe lamdo yong ta kawli chi chingme tani nga so gari gona ya te yo tendis re sona yang nga so mtse te hallepa thong re lo jig jila nga so kan din chikyang zeshi ga mare lo nishi jila kan din telikyang sheshi ga mare tendi indi tani kashi ga samlo tana o ngarang demo ki bondu ngarang phasum soba yang ngarang pamjur yo tani ngarang gangshong ne na halepa ngarang demo ki boyen tani ngai chutub go mare ngarang chutub go ya me samne tendi samkhang ka tendi lamkhang ka tani mo o kashi tani thoki yo de te na te samlo tansar te tani te yang tak ba mare te na nga so tarta demo ki bonda wo yo bi jimsinji tani nga so chutub go mare samne tendi samna o te nga so norwa re nga so gangstaryon tani chute je drip chi samlo ma tangna te maung bala country rendo tani chike yang shig mare.
Supposing in this life we don't experience any unhappiness at all, no suffering, no sickness, no pain in our minds, we only have great luck and good fortune. Well, if we were for this reason to decide that since we're so happy and since we have such good luck, there's no need for us to practice religion, then this way of thinking would be extremely childish indeed. That is, if we think that we are very lucky and that we have everything today, where we are today is our life is very short in its span. How things will be in another 10 years or in another 20 years is something that we are not able to say. So if we think, oh, I'm really great, I'm fine, I'm well off, I'm doing great, and therefore I don't need religion at all, then this way of thinking is mistaken. If we don't pay some attention to religion and practicing the Dharma, then this is a very mistaken way of thinking indeed.
Ata tendi indi nga so mtsindi nangla teni chute cha andamandap teni tago je matok ba nga so jamba kable mangbo jaw teni nga so satharam bone de america la teni yongya ga thapsi mangbo shi teni kable mangbo jam ni sachandala leb Teni sachandala lemne yang kable mambo jab teni sosogun dusare kangbare to sultata katola kable mambo jab ne parche machi shekate teni ro yore. Teni indi ta ngaso kable jab ne teni kate ngaso kable jab ne teni pamjur yadje son pe teni kang gona yang te yopan rao teni cha sona yang teni yang ta ngaso te lungsho ne teni te deya tiso te yang pe yang rambo yo mare machi hale pa thong thong re teni indi teni ngaso Mutsi Chinese Rezina Nasun Zambolang Ditola Naso Yumi Nerkavla, then also meet some along Labanica Tombare, Laba Tomba Tonetin, De la Yungare, then in De la Yuni, then also Pernatini, Gortukatone, Reva, Yumi Nerkavana, Soteni, La Gortukadore, then Gortukatone, then young Chini, some Janga to Dunja Gozini, Yarn Drone, then Tamang also young, Zambolang in Rugi Caps, Shiwi Nekavna. Teni yang ngaso yang kortuk tola share yung gore te tizi Jimson kan rezena ngaso tambo yung bi nerkam na teni marki yung nerkam na shirik yo mare teni lakshi yo mare pamjor yo mare jiji yo mare thana ngaso lipo tola teni komba zyo yo mare teni tindi shine yung ne teni sark ngaso teni zambalandir gangla yung ne lojong mambo she teni kavle mambo jaw teni pamjor mambo sa Ota teni leka mambo le ni oteni ta lakur ko thone yara sone teni ta leka mambo le yore teni thama yang aso mariang ta mase zeati teni jig zopi ner kavyang aso lakur ko thola yone teni roya re mato ba teni aso mase sila kable mambo javne leka le deyate so aso kherni ro chokore zinati chigyang khergi yo marin dinala aso la pan thoyazo chigyang mundu o teni chude je drupthna tere mato ba jamba jiji yo mare Tindi indi, tindi toni samlo tana ta ngune tane nga tsu matsi ga rentang de gang reze gona nga tsu lam ma shiwa ndao, lan jam ma shiwa ndao, tindi re.
So it is really important that we do learn how to practice religion, that we do practice some religion. All of us have really worked very hard. We've undergone many difficulties in life this far to make it here to America, to establish lives here. We've expended a lot of energy and worked very hard for the places where we live, our apartments, our material situation. We've spent probably about half of our lives working on these things for our material existences. And the period of time that we're actually able to enjoy these things is very short indeed. When we first come into this life, we might say that we start off at point zero. And when we first come into this life, we're empty-handed. When we're born, we have no knowledge, we have no skills, no wealth. We don't even have any clothes for our body. And then after being born, over the course of our life, we study a lot of things, we work very hard, we accumulate material wealth, but ultimately when we die, when our lives are finished, we return back to zero again. And then when we return to zero, all of these things, these material things we've accumulated, none of them we can take with us. They're of no benefit to us whatsoever. Nothing except for our practice of the Dharma can be of use to us. Can be of use to us at this point. So, in terms of what the value of our human lives are, this is something that many people find themselves not really able to answer.
Ota tindi indi nga tsun jiting le kan tsun jiting shawan de so thamchipo nga soteni ta kortik ni yar sone teni shir kortik lalhem ro ma to ba jamba chichi mandu nga so kavli gyaya te so thamchipo roi nerkamna se shemalan roi nerkamna nga so machin din la kavli gyaba te so thamche cholang rawo ta donmin rawo te ma to ba ta nga so machi sila kavli gyamni ta ngarang se shemalan roi nerkamna ngarang deng ngarang ke cheni ro chokoren ding ngarang ke mesin dinala kavli gyabi tinim rewatin deri zeni tendi zeyaga tinim zummu tsuk choksa tendi ngumpo chigyang yo mare tsama nga zon dini shila vjagnin roji tendi re te nga zo tsama ga hako yo re te magong ken chigyang yo mare re te yena hako wa tsam ma tokpa ti thola samlu tang thap go yo mare nga zo samlu tang thap go yo mare te hako go re zena hako re te magong ken chi yo mare Yena da ti thola samlo tang ne tini te dang tumbi lekas lego yore 어때 가서 레탑고요 말이 나랑 주디 김천대 하고 되요 정말 옛날 가서 김천대 하고 왔잠 봐 어따문이 대리 나랑 건 지팅 그때니 갑레만 보자반데 도메진도래 든지 인디 나랑 그때 돈 요바가 레카 든지 때지 언점먼점 나랑 딱고래 마토바 드니 나랑 무치식라 갑레 잡아 탐시 보더니 참마더니다 드니 고르트 든지 레소나 땡 나랑 무치식라 드니 돈덕 메바린도래 때 인디 나랑 그때니 돈덕 때지 요야 어디니 참마더니 라고르 만종큰 어딘지 샤와테서 언점먼점 딱고사레 삼니 샤와 드바 딘라오티 대 락링 거 토니 요고 레테 있나요? 되니 나초라 딘지 그 락린테 다니 할레보 되니 뇽뇽레 대 나초 짐슨 시바 다테 네 하고 저래 레테 테 하고 아자 마토 방아초 락린 테 탑고요 말에 대인디 티토랑아초 미 참마 삼로테서 당아테 베카르침보레.
So, in terms of our worldly activities, our ordinary human activities, these are things that we undergo a lot of difficulty and hard work in respect of, but ultimately, when we go through our lives and return back to 0.0 at the times of our death, all of this difficulty and all of the hard work that we have done in respect of these worldly activities comes to nothing. It's ultimately a waste. It's useless. So, despite the fact that we've spent our whole life devoted to these things and have really worked hard, there's nothing from all of this that we can take with us. And everyone knows this. However, we don't really actually think about it. We need, in addition to knowing that this is the case, we need to contemplate it, and then having contemplated, we need to take action that is conducive to actually doing something about it. We need to see whether it is, we need to try to see whether we can in our lives do some meaningful things. If everything that we accumulate in our worldly existences ultimately comes to nothing when we die at the end of our lives, we need to see if there is some kind of activity that we can engage in, or some things that we can do or work on that can be taken with us, that don't return to zero when we pass from this life. So it's important that in thinking about this and realizing it, that we actually take concrete actions, that we actually implement our thoughts. However, not many people do this at all. Many people know it's the case, but they don't do anything about it. And so it's very important that we give attention to this very important point.
Mutsinda tini jigzoni tini tsishimalan rawi kapsi oya tini ngacho mutsindi nala tini kabli jabde jita so nangni te tondak yoba tini tamshi tini te kortik tini re manduwa te kangri zina tini ngacho chude zindrab sona tini te ngacho kirnin ro chokore tsishimala kirnin ro chokore ngarancho semtokni gewa pena ngimjong dawoda shangshib ka sem dawo tani shamdang nyarji oya tindi kora yana gumte japa tindi ga tini ngacho mutsin dinang la chute zen drabsona tani te ngacho jak go mare te ngacho kirnin ro chobare tani te chipu ma to ba jamba ngacho la kir choba chi mandu tani mutsi chipu la kable mambo jap soso go tani leka mambo le kable mambo jap tindi che yore jete yana tani tan rowi kapsa ta ngacho kirnin ro choba de chu chipu de re 옛날 가서 때니다 가서 키르닌로 맞춰봐 어야 되니 뒤돌아 가서 식만 보잡고요 되니 키르닌로 맞춰봐 되니 키르닌로 고야 뒤돌아 다 가서 갑레만 보자 되니 시고요 되니 키르닌로 쳐봐디 담비 추데레 레데 뒤돌아 가서 되니다 식잡고요 말이 되니 가서 고르동라 보래 가서 어다 네급 되니 가서 멋진디 낭 잠마토바 뒤초 통통 그 나라마토 디초 랑볼라 되니 판통 메바 디초 랑볼 나랑 가서 키르닌로 맞춰봐 디초 돌라 되니 가서 배 되니 식잡니 갑리 망보잡니 되니 시고요레 되니 이 랑볼라 되니 판통큰 되니 치위체나 가서 키르닌로나 로총큰 대 담비추리 대 개와리 리테 있나 티 토라나 저더니 식잡고요 말에 식잡 탑고요 말했더니 딘디인디 나서거더니 머센더 담비추고 토네션나 드니 당아서 양치 고르도 신실로바 딘디그 샤와 mambo가 저더니 드레데요레.
So at the end of this life, that which doesn't completely return to zero and that which can bring us a bit of meaning and that which we can take with us at the end of this life is none but our Dharma practice, our merit, our virtue that we've accumulated. And here we mean renunciation, bodhicitta, compassion, loving kindness, meditative accomplishment. Nothing except for these kinds of things can we actually take with us at the ends of our lives. So despite the fact that we work so hard, we put all of our energies into all kinds of other worldly activities, none of these things are we actually able to take with us. They don't bring us any benefit in a long-time sense. Despite this, however, we put all of our energies into these things. We devote all of our time and all of our attention to these things, and yet they are not things that we can ultimately take with us or will benefit us in a long-term way. So we ultimately have a very short-term vision. Our lives, they are short in nature, and by directing our energies in this way, we are not working for our long-term benefit at all.
어다 딘디 인딩 아주 추디 돌아 대즈더니 식잡고 너 캬버던 아주 추인나다 배나 아주 보바리 나리 샤라이 나 대당자고 인지레 아주 셔당가 샹차랴당 초반버야다 드님 돈반도야 또 돌아던 아주 갈라간섬 상마가 대주시데 그래 나 대대 저양 셔당 약보리 레데 수종 오마딩 아주 샘톡니 때니 추대즈 언점먼접 대다고군도 마통 아주 샘고 돌아더니 추 약보즈 만접나 Teni aso ligu tola teni chi kavli mambo javayata, teni tindi mambo shina tela gewa yori na te gewa yori na teni gewa chimbu teni tindi mandu. Ten rabu teni aso simtola teni gewa yakpo mandamna teni aso kagan domban doyata, ngak mambo doyata tindi shina ten shertang yakpore gewa rete ina yang ta tela gewa ja chimbu yomare. Tendi indi yinjing munjing aso gewa te dribna teni sem gutone drib otomoto tago re mato teni aso sem tokne teni gewa drib matavna teni gewa yang tak boz reze gona teni pe kabore te yindi teni sem toko teni gewa te teni drib go re yinna yang aso sem toko gewa te drib gona dribluk te shi go ndu dribluk mashina aso sem toko gewa kanti drib go ha go yo mari te yindi teni dribluk te shi aga tondo Tenga cho lojong she go ndu o tindi yenna tini nga cho perna sharwanda yenna tini tandini chukang pe yakbo ndu tindi chukang de chakin yakbo rendu te yenna dinala me mambo shongundu tindi indi dinala tini ta lama namba tini chuchat namjin tini mangchola tini songa da tindi yona mena nge ko ko ma sonda parchi yojire gartar tini ta yona halipa yakbo re kati mena 다 가서 남긴 티니 배나 값값스 티니 초반 초야다 티소다 유지리다 티초페 약보리 티 잠마인 바 배나 가서 자니마 자펜바 어딘디 잡볼라 티니 가서 냠든드니 티 남긴 로조셰 고요리 배나 이시 출릉단데 소였나 티니 가서 고소였나 다와치그 나라치그 달로치그 나라치리니리 티리제면도와 고소 장코르치리치리치리라 티니 추칸가 나란디니 티니 셰근도 대단다 보시니 Ten aso ina teni zankor teni yana za nima, yana za pemba, teni zgla teni aso dela yung, teni dela yung ne teni lama naba tso ina teni mangso la aso chuga, teni nyamlin chi sarta, teni teso par ngotro yakpo she, teni ngotro she ne teni tsangma suso nyamda, aso teni te bumga saya, teso pe karchimbore, ta sharwa ga teni netsar ngaranga she gamare, ina pe namjik drapo ina teni ta merkya pomogo nangla, teni nyamling sheyata teni mercha pomogo nala teni ngondrom bunga ta so teni yakbo saya chaparta lonyung chogo nala ngondrom bunga te saya yakbo ndukse gandu te tina pena nga so boba le chang te ga yo sari ngasam gandu teni sharwa ga teni ne sarkandi nge teni hago yo mari chishina na ndrikpa dawo shene te lonyung chogo ngondrom da sang bunga da sa teni shege yo na thang chishina mena thang 강 따령 되는 가서 셔당 가서 되는 배나 다 뉴욕 타운 되는 되는 레카 망볼레 고사 초아가 돌아 논식 침보요사 틴디즈라 데나 되는 가서 양 추드비 되는 디츠 망보요 말에 말에 때 있나 갈라강섬 그 디츠 인다마당 가서 되는 고득시 고군도.
So it is important that we do make effort to engage in practice of the Dharma, both Tibetans and Sherpa people. In general, lay members of our community are very good at doing things like prostrations and making offerings and reciting mantras and so on, and this kind of activity is good. However, in addition to this, we really need to be practicing Dharma at the level of our minds. So even if we are physically doing a lot of meritorious actions, is this meritorious? Yes, it is meritorious, but it isn't the greatest form of meritorious activity that we can be engaging in. So if we don't practice the Dharma, cultivate the Dharma in our minds, then even though our lips may be reciting mantras, the merit that we're accumulating through doing so isn't particularly great at all. So if we're really going to be engaging in proper meritorious and virtuous behavior, we really need to be cultivating the Dharma in our minds. However, cultivating the Dharma in our minds is something that we need to know how to go about doing. And in order to know this, we need to learn, we need to study. Here in this Sherpa Dharma Center, it's such a great facility. I don't know whether the lamas here, whether they give teachings to the lay community on a regular basis or not. If they do, this is fantastic. And if not, then in addition to the usual Dharma meetings or assemblies that are held here, it would be good if everyone could look to making time on the weekends for the study of the Dharma. Just like Christians do in their churches. They don't get together just a few times every year. They get together every single week. So in this way, it would be good for everyone to come here every weekend and for the lamas to give teachings and to explain how to go about practicing the Dharma and practicing the preliminary practices in particular. I've heard that in Bhutan that the lay population really they're actual practitioners of the Dharma, and particularly the preliminary practices are very popular. I've heard among young people especially, and from my understanding they're somewhat better in this regard than Tibetans. I'm not sure what the situation is among Sherpas. Perhaps you're like the situation is similar to Bhutan, or perhaps it's not the same. In any case, in a place like New York, obviously everyone needs to work. There's a lot of life pressure. However, and there isn't a lot of time to devote to practicing the Dharma. However, it is necessary that we do allocate some time for the study and practice of Buddhism.
단 도스르 드니샤나 땡아서 인다만다 드니 출라 로종시야 대당 드니 출라 냠림시야 데니보레 데니보데 인다만다 가서 드니 고운도 데니 타가 약 보요나나 데제 페 맞바야 보레 카데메나 드니 인다만다 가서 티톨라 드니 다데 삼로탄 고운도 데인딩 가서 드니 샤르와이나리 가서 보바이나리 나라 드니 딜라지용 그 드니 라마나바 소리 사마요 디토라 삼로 땅네 나초 망초라 데니 추츠 야보데니 고드 나야당 데니 나초 망초라 데니 니츠네 데니 탐제포 곰갸베 냐린시야 어디츠토라 데니 나초 고드 야보단 차지 야보 어딘디시야데 니츠디 야보시야데 베카심보레 데니 라마나바초 디토라 삼로 땅고 누마토파 데니 나초 스토딘 거타 보시니 나초 돔반도야시 보다 데니즈그 치자와네 용거만도 Tindi in the Zambolong sitting at Chula Lojongshi, Nyamlinshi, Gomjak Tindishi Yori. They otitting at so, tinning Hamanda Boshin in Dombandon Chibo, Tola de Dena, Tin Drukumandu, they in the Titola de Samloya Potango, and Lama number so, they Tula Jagore, Chiri, Teni niri nga tsu mangchuk na, teni ta nga tsu nga ma ni tere, na ni dindri yin, teni lama kongma namba ka karang lan dindri rezi ne, teni sheki manduk teni na gangtar nga tsu teni chula lojong shea tang chu nyamlin shi na, teni lama kongma namba ka karang la teni yo nanda, me nanda, gangtar na te goya zire, te yenda banda goya teni zire, teni yindi ta ndosra teni sha na, teni mangchuk yang, ti thola, teni samlo teni te tangrok che go re, te nga tsu boba yin na, nda wo re, sharwa yin na re, tele jamba murgzi nari tsama chigbanda pore teni indi te nga tsu gyami nang la yang namgin teni shedde yo teni gyami nang la yang chu yakpo teni kwa teni menken ta mi mangbozi ke pe gomba nang la drone teni chu punchu ya nda wota teni fyang tsaram choban para teni ma topa teni nang chu ngoma teni ma gongken teni mangbo yo re teni indi ota nga tsu teni shinan zhaka mare zo te zo nyamlin ta teni lojong ko tolan zho go re zini teni shedde yo re te ten ra bushini ngaran zo popa re teni sharwa re ten tsamman ra chikpa re gangstar nga zo nangshu khele taba shinken zi yindi teni tsama ga teni lojong shea ta nyamlin ka thola teza teni ta njol go undu nga zo tarta ne ti thola teni gomba rinpe po go undu mahtokba teni nga zo matse marab lan teni shini ndomba tezin donya da oda teni chokba nyam da choyan da oda teni chipoz la de na ten recommendo te indi tartan ra boy na nga zo lo nyong choy na teni ringni ga chisot ya bo yore khabar da nga zo teni america la de yong ga lo nyong choy na tele kyang teni ringni ga chisot ya bo yo jiri teni yo na teni ti mangji ti thone teni nga zo na chula lo jong she na teni ko ya bo len thap gare ma to nga zo ringni ga teni mangji te me na teni na chula teni ko ya bo len go na pe carbondu o teni indi ta teni ga ringni ga mangji yo chati teni lojong she gona ya kable ka bu yo mare teni yendi te namba cho teni simla ya po jaro chi
This is something that everyone really needs to give proper thought to. That is planning teachings for the lay community and making instruction and meditation available for members of the lay community as well. So it's necessary that a proper plan may be made, that a proper schedule be worked out, and this is something that it would be great if the lamas could really give thought and consideration to. From the traditional point of view, we've lay people have simply felt have been of the view that simply reciting mantras and doing these kinds of things is sufficient. However, these days, practitioners of Buddhism the whole world over are studying Buddhism, they're meditating, they're practicing, and so if people elsewhere are doing this, then all the more should we be doing so. So again, this is something that it would be very good if the lamas could give their consideration and thought to. As for members of the lay community themselves, it's we shouldn't think that this is the way that we've always been, this is the way that we've always done Buddhism. It's necessary for members of the lay community to begin to study Buddhism, to actually practice it, and whether this is done under the instruction of a lama or not, in any case, the study and practice of Buddhism are very important. It's the same the same advice applies for Tibetan communities as Sherpa communities, and indeed any community with faith in Buddhism. For example, in China, there are many Chinese people who don't have a good understanding of the teachings, and so their Dharma activity tends to be just to really rest at the level of making incense offerings and doing prostrations in a temple. And what we advise, or what we say about this, is that this level of practice is not sufficient, that in addition to this, or beyond or above this, it's necessary to study the Dharma, it's necessary to practice the Dharma. And as people with belief in Buddhism or faith in Buddhism, it's necessary that we move in the direction of actually practicing Buddhism. We can't spend our whole life simply at the level of reciting mantras and so on. And particularly among young people these days, their education level is in general quite good, and this is especially the case for young people in America. So upon this foundation, with this foundation actually studying the Dharma, it's very possible that a good level of understanding can be reached. This is not difficult at all. Of course, if someone doesn't have a very good education level, then it can be difficult if one wants to study the Dharma. However, with a reasonable education level to begin with, then studying the Dharma is not difficult at all.
Teni tang ato terang ka chutaka nala teni nge ato mangsuk ka yedna teni nyamsilena teni chokchok rabo yongken ka teni chu teni te ngochu she ka yen teni te kangre zina ngimjung ka korla te tsa teni nge sha ka yen te na teni ngimjung se yandi ngaso teni te tambi chu dripi thokma rabo te re pena ngaso teni rakur chika nala teni kamba chika nala ndor gona the Khenpo gunda wotere the Khenpo nalandora go nani mandona nga chondro thabya mare tinda pore ngimjung ko kola te tsha ke yanteni so nyamlin te tsiteni she atham matap te tarji.
So tonight I have been talking about the importance of lay practice, lay Buddhists practicing the Dharma, and tonight I'd like to speak a bit specifically about cultivating renunciation. Renunciation in relation to Buddhist practice is like the door to a house. It is the entry point to the rest of the house. And so I'd like to talk a little bit about renunciation tonight, and it would be great if everyone could practice it a little themselves.
Tanita ngimjong se ate kanti la zega yore zina ni mjong se ne ngaso porka kanala yana teni tsu ni je teni ti nani ni ze ate kare zina ni zena ta ngaso ngi parta ze ta ngaso nga yinda manda ze o ngi parta ze atindi ga tonda re ni zena teni mjong zena ka ze mjong zena nga ro yin se vitorje ro ze vitorje oya teni ni mjong ze nyam de jana kande zena ngarang ngepertan royin se ngarang yindam dan royin se ta ngarang simtak tsamchi shini ta ngarang royin se atindi ko tongtari ngimjong zena teni nga tso kalan ro re zena ta nga tso teni sacha gand ro re zena ta nga khorwa ga nangni teni yar nga tharwi lamla ten royin se ta ngarang tharwi lamla yindam dan royin ta ngarang ka semla te jikshina nga royin enro menro sambanda wo tendi mayimba nga yintam mandan ro yin ngarang tharwa galamlan ro yin sambada o tindi samlo jigla tari ngimjong zene tindi zega yore.
So the word renunciation in Tibetan is nijung, and it's made of two semantic components, ne and jung. Ne means must or of necessity. Jung means to go or to proceed. So when we put these words together, it means must go or of necessity must proceed. And so what it reflects is a resolve or a determination to go or to proceed. So where is it that we determine to go, or where is it that we determine to proceed? Well, determination is to go or to leave cyclic existence and to enter into the path of liberation. And this resolve is in no way hesitant, it's not wavering, there's no way that we are doubting or thinking about whether or not we will enter into it or not. It's a very firm, resolute determination to enter into this path.
lamlangan royin yindamandan royin nga tiling khorwandi na la ngarang degmen jeni desam go re te yenna tini nga cho tangbo ngarang cho tini khorwandi na la teni mundupi jimsung karereze teni ngarang yinda mandan rogui jimsung karezina teni te hako gore ngarang korwa ga nangla teni dena teni chokondwa teni ngarang mundugni nga yinda manda teni tharwa ga lamlan rogin ze gui jimsung te karerezina teni te jimsung te teni hako gore ti jimsung te ngacho teni chu nangla kareze gorezina ngacho chu nangla teni kamsum korwa zeati dumrin sone teni songo yore kamsum korwandi nala dumre songo yore teni ma kashi ga samlo tana o chuluk nala zena teni korwa tamchi dumrin zegando teni jiktin de parpang go teni zegando o te injang teni chute o ta korang teni kyornang rang lpa o teni zrend korang kyornang rang lpa teni je to chu zeati teni chu ngasun chwa ga tola harsung go teni samlo menkan machi la ina teni chu gawa tang chowa tang an chowa la ina gawa chowa teni menken o teni zre samne tere kashi ge teni samde ge yore re te teni ge ton tang mare nga chu pe na machi ndi na la teni kamsam gun korwan di na la dewa yore wezena dewa tezi yore zawane yo mare je yo mare tezi yore re te ina teni ta nyung re te dewa nyung ma tong mendu teni dungur te teni tang korwa ga na la mangbo re nga chu dewa tezi thopa tonde teni dungur mangbo kyato sa gore ngarang cho teni dewa tezi teni jikting kun chwa ga na la dewa tang kepa teni tezi yongwa ga chete chong teni zi tonde teni nga chu dungur mangbo kawli mangbo kyato sa gore teni zi yenta teni de den korwan di na la teni dungur mangbo ndu te yendi ta dini tar sona yakshu re sone teni songo yore.
So, with renunciation entailing this resolve not to stay or this resolve to leave cyclic existence, a determination that one no longer is willing to remain in cyclic existence is what renunciation entails. However, in saying that we need to resolve to not to remain in cyclic existence and to leave it, we need to know the reasons why it is that we say cyclic existence is something that should be left. In general, we talk about the three realms of samsara, or the three realms of cyclic existence, as characterized by suffering. And many people therefore think that it is therefore necessary that that cyclic existence and everything within it be completely abandoned. And they therefore think that Buddhism is extremely misanthropic, that it doesn't permit any happiness or any joy or anything else in our existence. But this is in fact not the case. In cyclic existence, in our samsaric lives, there is some happiness. However, this happiness that we do have is relatively rare. It's compared to the amount of suffering that we have in our lives in cyclic existence. At the same time, in order to attain these very small amounts of happiness that we do from time to time enjoy, we often have to undergo great suffering in order to attain them. So therefore, we conclude that life in cyclic existence is largely characterized by suffering, and therefore, if we can be free from it, if we can leave it, this is the best approach to take.
Dungur yang damra mambo tindi yungu yoti tini korwan di nane nga tsu taraya ga tonda tini gewa drip go ndu samne tini sosogo tini samlo tang di tola tini tam basum shi tini shi ya tela tini ngimjong se ya ga tini samba te tini zire nga tsu ngimjong sim ga nala ki goya ga jimsen te tini zire ta nga tsu korwan di nala shirnang dewa yang te zi yore ta yinna yang dewa nyonyong ma tong mandu teni korang nala teni ta kewa yore kewa la ya kewi dungur yore teni gawa yore gawa la gawi dungur yore ke ga teni nawa la ya nawi dungur yore inchewa la ya chiwi dungur yore teni chiwi jine yang ke go re yang ta ge go re yang nar go re teni indi ngacho matsin din nangla tani kirga nanchung khorlo korni tindin rode amato bajan chichi to mandu ti kirga nanchung khorlo korni tindin rowi ti nangni dewa te yore ngacho dewa te la hale pa ngacho thongshin she yore dewa chongchong go tonla tani dungur mambo tani chasu she gona te ngacho tani tanglin she yore dewa chongzu mato pa larake yo marta yena dewa chongchong ti tonla tani ngacho tani samte kable mambo jamna te ngacho tati nyangbo mundu tondak mundu samara o tani tsawani sam thapko yo mare te ngacho tani zire te ngacho o tani nilik ti jimtsin ti yapozo mashi pi tani top kire tani yena tani ngacho o ta ngarang mutse to tani zika nangni tanro na tondak yo samari tele ngarang tharwa thopa tani zi yung sona te yakbore samne te samato moto ta gore.
So, therefore, a renunciation is when we appreciate that cyclic existence is characterized by suffering, and that due to this, we undertake to achieve liberation, and we undertake to work hard and be diligent in respect of this goal. The reason, as we just said, is because in cyclic existence, there is some amount of happiness, but it is relatively small. In large, cyclic existence is characterized by suffering, the suffering of birth, of aging, of illness, of death. After we die, we are born again, and so we find ourselves perpetually spinning in this cycle of suffering in cyclic existence. The very small amount of happiness that we do encounter in our lives, in cyclic existence, is something that we really prize and we expend a great amount of energy on attaining. The reason that we don't see this as meaningless is because we don't understand the reasons for why it is. And so when we do, in fact, appreciate this situation as meaningless and therefore determine to work hard to seek liberation from it, this is what we refer to as renunciation.
Teni gum gona ta ngimjong da kandiz go ne nga cho teni gum go re zena teni lordro nambab je zeni teni tanju nye kawa ta teni tse martak ba ta teni le gimje teni khorwa ga dungur ta te so jipo de re teni te so jipo te la teni lojong yak bo je teni lojong yak bo je ne teni nga cho markya phomo ye na teni gum go re te jipo te la mashi pa ne chiching mundu o nga cho tanju nye ka te kandiz gum go ndu Dela lojong chita teni pe sarwore tui kumsang la mi jarlung na la sarwo teni song yore teni tenda wozu nga tui kumsang la mi jarlung na la yopate mar ndreshit jabne sarbo shini teni song ja teni lama chowo teni songba ten mangbondu teni te yena nga so porka ga thola songba yang mangbondu inji ga thola songba yang mambo yore ten rambalang zambalang ga kar mambo ga thola teni tendu Tendi indi nga zo porka nyan samna te nyan chokore, inji ka nyan samna te nyan chokore, mambondu. Gaartar teni te la lojong ya bo zu she samlo zu tangni, teni nga zo merkya pumo yinna, teni lonyong yinna yang, teni ta nima takbar teni nima riri la, te gum te zi jam nga zo samlo zu tanggo gore, maa toba nga zo matsi indi nang la, nga zo teni gurmo chikbo ta pamjur chikbo la teni tani dena, Te tsawani teni dhikyo amare, teni chena teni nga tsu matsinda teni tenro tang teni ndraboren ro re, te indi teni ti thola samlo zu tamaga tangba te pe karchimbo re.
So it's necessary that we actually cultivate renunciation through meditation. And the way that we do this is by practicing the 4 contemplative exercises in the 4 external preliminary practices. So the first contemplative exercise is the preciousness of human existence. The second is the impermanence of human life. The third contemplative exercise is karma and its consequences. The fourth contemplative exercise is the shortcomings of cyclic existence. So these 4 contemplative exercise or 4 contemplative meditations, it's first necessary that we learn about them. We learn how to go about reflecting and contemplating on these exercises. This is something that all lay Buddhists can do, and especially young people. How to go about reflecting and engaging in these contemplative exercises is set out extremely clearly in the words of my perfect teacher, and there are also many commentaries and teachings on this text and on these 4 external preliminaries by many lamas. There are teachings available in English, in Tibetan. Many of them are available on the internet, and so there are teachings that can be listened to by everyone. And so it's necessary that we learn them, that we reflect on them, that we do so in meditation and in our lives. If the only thing that we pay attention to is money and material things, ultimately there's no difference between us and animals. So it's really important that we devote time to practice as well.
Tani ta nga so bo lam chona tinji ji tini bo shi la yo khen na ri na la yo khen na yo mambo z ka tini ta gargi cho na tini me mambo z ka ta nga so tharwa thom na samban ra ta yana nga rang tini dewa chan la che so na sam khan tinji ji te ma to yo ma ri chama te sam ge yo ri te na ngai sam lo ta na sharwa na ta nga so hamali ri gil la yo nge me de so phang mang chi sa la tini nang chu tini shikin hale ba chim bo the yo ri te yoti samchen raw nge ta na par chi chiba yeng yo chi re tendi yen na teni tendi sam gare te le labon raw re teni gargila san lo ta na yen na teni da nga so lo nyung ko na la yang mi mang bo zo la tendi ko sam lo yong ken de yang chi te nyung nyung raw yin ji re te shok chi ni shen na ka be du da yen na teni da shok chi ni sam lo ta na nga so ge ya dum na yang te lo nyung nyung yin bi le kem ni ngon zu go re ma to ba da nga rang so sam lo ta na o da nga rang lo nyung yin bi kap se teni nge gormo sakayen teni ta lo chimbo chak sarwi jini teni ta zo ngarang ka chudrup goyen teni samna ta teni samna teni khomba te ayo mayo hako mare teni indi nga cho leka kangdang kangna chikbari shawa kangdang kangna chikbari nga cho susu rang ka drup goya ka shawa teni ziyin na teni chongchong imbi nerkamne teni lonyong imbi nerkamne teni ngonzik go re di kamni ngonzik na tani shawa ta yak pon drumyong kore ma tok ba tani nga so gargi re chawi jini tani ta zo nge tani gom jab gayen ta zo nge lojong she gayen tani zena tani khomba ayo meyo ha ko ma re tani indi lonyong cho yen na ti yinda manda nga so tani te chi te nangchu ko thola lojong kala kangchim she ya ta tani nyamling kala kangchim she ya ti khapar tang nge tari kona she pa ngimjong ko samba di thola samlo ya botonga te pe karchim bore.
So whether it is Tibetans inside Tibet or Tibetans outside of Tibet, probably among older members of the lay community, there is no one who doesn't seek to attain liberation from cyclic existence or doesn't seek to attain rebirth in Amitabha's pure realm. Probably given the great influence of Buddhism among the Sherpa as well, this is also the same among members of the older population. And so it's probably easier for older people to contemplate these practices and particularly to cultivate renunciation. For younger people, on the other hand, there are probably fewer people these days who think like this, and it may be more difficult for them. On one hand, we can understand this may be understandable. However, in general, Dharma practice is something that is best if we do start younger in life. If we think that first when we're younger we'll make money, and then later when we're older in life we'll turn to practice, it's not certain that we actually will have the time and opportunity to turn to practice when we are older in our life. Things or tasks or activities that we really do need to undertake, it's best that if we start them early, and by doing so we'll be able to achieve a good outcome in respect of these tasks. As as I mentioned, if we wait until we become old in order to begin our practice, it's not certain whether or not we will actually have the time and opportunity when this day arrives. So for this reason, it's really important that young members of the lay community do study the Dharma, do practice the Dharma, and do give some thought or some contemplation to renunciation in particular. This is very important.
Tini ngaco nang chu nang la tini korwa dungur yin zeni tini shajag yore. Tini re ti yin na ti dungur mayin bazila tini dungur tini re ze ngaco dungur mayin bazila tini dungur du zeni tini shaban chikyang yo mare. Tini ngaco ona kari re zena ngaco korwa gana la yo pi dungur mambo zila. Tini ngaco mi mambo go samlo tanga yo mare. Tini nang chu nang yin na korwa gana la yonkin ka dungur te so la saro ngaco la sar tun yo re to. O tan tini dungur tini duwa ngaco kina tini dungur duwa gana tini dungur duwa. Tani nana tini dungur duwa zini tini dungur te so ngaco la saro par tini ngaco mugla tini saro tanjak banda o tini zire ma tok ba tini korang dewa yimba zila dungur re ze. Tini dekit tang dan bazu te dekit mari dungur zini tini nirshi shinshu lokba gyabjak banda o tini chikyang yo mare. O dungur yimba zila yimba tini shayo re. Te yinna ngaco tini dungur mambo yo na ngaco korwa gana la de yo re. Tini ngaran cho ti maku jimsan de kang re zina. Tini ngaco korwa gana la yo pi dewa te ziyo na tini te la halipa gam thongchim shego yo re. Tini dungur te so tamche pala tini ta tsama ga o ta ngaran tari ne kamna dungur halipa chimbozu yo na o ta chakare dungur te paran rogo re. Ta nga maung bala demo yung gore nga maung bala kipo yung gore samne. Tini ta la rewa gyamne o tini demo tang kipo tini zi yung ya la rewa gyamne yang dungur kyasu shi yang kangar kyasu shi yang dungur tanglin shi tini shi ni tini matse de zongzho yo re matse tong ma to yo ma te zongzho ndu tini matse jik zopi ner kamna nga chu mi mang bogo dekit kana yo nga chu ha ko yo ma re o te nga chu pe na pamjur yar ge ma sung wi tini te ne sacha ta tini kyangba ma re nga chu pamjur menkin kyangba tini ma re pamjur yongkin o ya pamjur hali ba ga tini top chimbo tini yongkin mi te chu yin na tini ngone tani dekit ziate kana yo khozo yo ha ko yo ma re mi mambo nga ma yin na nga chu tari kong la shayo ota gormo mambo yo na nga demo ke boyong gore samni samlo tini khoryo re tani gormo mambo yo chari jini ti dekhi yong gmandu ta ona nga rang la yogo ate sonda changmandu yin na nga rang la dekit na mandu tani ni dekit tani kani yong go insare samni te teni samde go yore ma changma ga te yendi teni nga cho nang chu go na teni khorwa dungur re zira te teni nil ko thone yemba zla yemba teni sha go yore ma to ba te ma yemba z teni ndrishi shin lo asik gyamni o teni dungur re ze teni sha go yo mare.
So Buddhism describes cyclic existence as characterized by suffering. But this isn't a situation of imposing a interpretation of life that excessively emphasizes suffering and renders happiness as suffering for its own sake. The reason that many people, Buddhism's emphasis of suffering might strike many people as extraordinary is due to the fact that many people don't really give much thought to suffering. And what Buddhism does is actually clearly shows or clearly reveals the ways that the ways in which our lives in cyclic existence are characterized by suffering. So Buddhism places emphasis on and reveals the suffering of birth, the suffering of aging, the suffering of illness, the suffering of death. So in doing so, Buddhism is not twisting the facts, pretending that things that are really happy are actually suffering. The reason that many people don't, in fact, understand cyclic existence as suffering, to be suffering, is because they don't understand its real nature. They regard the small amount of happiness that they do have as so very important, and despite the fact that they do face a lot of suffering, they place constant hope in the capacity of the future to bring them happiness. So time and time again, suffering comes upon them, but time and time again, they look to the future, thinking that in the future things will be better, things will be happy. However, by the time, and many people pass their entire life just like this. However, when they do reach the end of their lives, they have, in fact, they don't know where happiness is to be found. They haven't located happiness. And this is the same for people who are materially poor as it is for people who are materially rich. For those who are very well off to begin with, they may have thought when they didn't have many riches that they would be very happy when they were well off. However, when they eventually reached that stage of their lives where they did have, they were in a materially affluent situation, then they realized that in actual fact they still didn't have happiness. They still didn't know where happiness was to come from. And so for this reason, when Buddhism describes life in cyclic existence as characterized by suffering, it's really revealing, it's really, it's talking about reality. It's reflecting reality. It's not distorting the circumstances or distorting reality in order to support its own version or interpretation.
아따 텐디 인딩 아서 님종고 삼로 텐디 케고레 텐디 님종고 삼로 케위 네르컵나 영 아서 님종 제디 텐디 아서 타르와 톱고 젠디 텐디 샤용디 영 아서 뭐 가시게 나오다 아서 지팅 그 샤와 탐체 파르테니 빵고 인사레 텐디 지팅 그 아서 텐디 초와가 나라요 비텐디 준 초와가 디켓 어때서 탐체 포식장 텐디 텔라 다 냠슬린 어딘 냠스뇽 어텐디 초코요사 마레 상마파르 빵고사리 쌈나타 텐디 마레 페나가소 타타야나티니 소소랑라티니 캄바약 보요나다 랑코리약 보요나다 간디요나다티 상마가 페쇼타나 초코리 티 페쇼타나 초코 마레 티 제게요 마레 소손 소와 간디요나 테티니 페쇼타나 즈그리 테니 가소 가리 고고레지나 조티 가소 셈거 톨라 남지르티니 조레 마토 가소 셈거티니 삼로티 조레 마토 방가소 자마캉 자마자다 강바 강디즈 그나라 데마데다 테니 가소 랑코르 간디즈 코르마 코르텐디 마레 페나 가소 티니 강바 득부스 그나라 데 테니 랑코르 메 로사 담주포 칸탕란조고 텐디 인나요 테니 코르반데라 가소 옌착 할레바가 침보 요니 옌바 할레바 침보 요나나 테니 코랑 초와 교보레 메나요 테니다 데 타르와 레지나 마레 데 톱고요 마레 데 텐디제 कार्ती तेनी कोरांग लातीनी सेम गना लातीनी गारां थारवा थुबगो संबादा गारां तेनी थारवा थुया ते चोयो संबाते योना न तेनी कोरांग खंबा yakbo योना तेनी ते क्योंगो मारे और तेंदा ओजकन छोआ तेनी yakbo योना चाजीबो योना ते चिची क्योंगो मारे सो ते सेम ग थोनी गाचो तेनी शाके योरे ते इंदी गाचो तेनी जिक्तिंग ग सोसो रांग लातीनी छोआ ते yakbo रावो योना और ते लोंशो शे चोको मारे ते पर पंगोरे तेनी जेगे यो मारे ती थोला तेनी गाचो तारों तेली क्यांग तेनी गाचो तेनी जो दोंदो निरवा और तेली तेजम थुम्बो रावो दोंदो निर शागा तेनी उपो तेली थुम्बो ज गोंदो तेनी थुम्बो त कांग रेजिना तेनी गाचो थारवा दोंदो निर गोंदो थारवा ते गाचो दोनिर शे गोंदो और तेजे योरे मातो बा गाचो तास्ता तेनी जामा जिम्बो योना जान्ये गमारे तो गोंबा yakbo योना क्योन्ये गमारे तेजे यो मारे और जामा yakbo योना चोकोरे गोंबा yakbo योना चोकोरे इना 가서 자마 약보 짬 주다 곰바 약보 짬 대짬 찌뿌 마임바 디 톨라 따롱 수소랑라 드니 타르와 돈드 니르와가 삼로즈 요나 드니 퍼좀 쪽바렌도 오레 지니다 딘디제 그래.
So in giving rise to renunciation or in cultivating renunciation, we determine or we resolve to achieve liberation from cyclic existence. However, in saying this, it is not being said that therefore it is necessary for us to let go or abandon or cast away all of our worldly activities or all of our happiness in our worldly existences. It's not being said that we are not entitled to experience or enjoy any worldly happiness at all. This is not the case. it is not being said that we can't enjoy a nice house or a nice car, or that we can't use and enjoy these things. So if this is not what's being said, then what is it that is being said? What is it that we do need to do? The important thing with the cultivation of renunciation is cultivating this mindset, cultivating this resolve in our minds. And so therefore it's not a matter primarily of whether we can have delicious food or a nice apartment or a nice car. Even if we live in if we have a terrible car and we live in a really bad apartment, if we still have attachment to this life, then we don't have renunciation. So liberation, the desire or the resolve to achieve liberation is something that we can generate, something that we can cultivate, and if we do so, it's fine. It's completely okay if we live in a comfortable apartment and have a life that is luxurious in some respects. So the important thing in cultivating renunciation is cultivating the resolve in our minds. So therefore, it's not being said that we can't enjoy things in our everyday lives, that we need to abandon everything. What is being said is that in addition to these things, we should add something more. We should add a higher pursuit. And this higher pursuit is the pursuit of liberation, liberation from cyclic existence. So this isn't saying that delicious food can't be enjoyed. It's not saying that nice clothes can't be enjoyed. However, what is being said is that we can't afford simply to think about these things, and that in addition to them, we need to have an additional and higher pursuit of liberation.
teni ta nga zo ngimjong ti kong la ngimjong teni shason teni ti okta nga zo ngimjong ko teni di samlo te laglin taria teni do di sha kayin.
So we have just talked about cultivating renunciation and the reasons for doing so, and now I'd like to talk a little bit about how we actually go about implementing this in practice.
Tani nga zo gewa kangdang kang dribnam tani ta sem ko tone gewa dribnam ra tani ngak tani ndomba ndoyan ra tani gewa dribnam ra tani lig tani kora jawa tam shang charan ra tani gewa dribnam ra ndorna nga zo lingna yaksam ko gewa kang dribnam tani tangbu nga zo tangbu kapsa nga zo samlo kare tang go re zena tani ngarang ko gewa ndo tani nga zo simchin tamchit tarwa toya tonda tini nge gewanda drupko yin samne tambo te sam go re te yinda manda sam to go re ta te ma to ba shetang khayang mu yang tani manshit ngarang sim te nga so simchin tamchit te sam go ndu te nga so simchin tamchit te tani tarwa toya tonda ta nge tani choban bar ko yin ngarang ko shang sar ko yin tani ngarang ko tani shawa yak bo drupko yin samne tani sambate teni namyang teni jinyang kamari te yakbo teni yong sona teni nga zo gesa tsama tarwa toya gesa renjo re teni ge samlo te yona teni nga zo gewa chimbo dribna gewa chongchong dribna gewa gangdang gang dribna teni tarwa toya renjo re teni te semla yakbo jago re.
So the first thing is that any kind of positive action that we engage in, whether it be positive action at the level of our minds, whether it be positive action at the level of our bodies or at the level of our speech, the important thing is that the merit we generate through engaging in this positive action, we dedicate, that is at the beginning of undertaking this action, we wish that the merit we accumulate or that we resolve to accumulate this merit for the sake of all beings, that they may achieve liberation from the sufferings of cyclic existence. And so it's important that we make this wish, we make this prayer whenever we do any kind of positive action, whether it be making offerings or doing prostrations or any other kinds of good deeds. So it's important that we never forget this as our motivation, regardless of what activity it is we're engaging in. And by doing this, every merit or every merit or every positive action that we do undertake will all go towards our liberation, whether it be a small action or a big action. All of our merit will go towards this ultimate end.
어떤이 때랑 그 가서 임종 그 거거든요. 차트때 드리즈 그때는 지금 조소.
So that brings a conclusion to our teaching on renunciation this evening.
어야더니 다 가서 뭐하시지? 더니 가서 뭐와 대랑 그 가서 더니 정말 주천년 더니 롱즈 더니 쉐어래 더니 게자자 쳔보데 더니 가서 뭐하시고 더니 뭐와데 더니 가리삼 고레즈나 더니 가서 게안더 더니 가서 남기 가kim그 심천 탐처 볼라 바로 증거연 더니 심천 탐처 가서 게안더라 땐니 더니 심천 탐처 내급스 더니 세랑와당 남메바당 데모치 보용야당 더니 종녀르도 더니 감섬 거라가는 타르니 더니 다 타르와토야 어떤지 용고 삼내가 좀 몰음 어떤지 잡네 때 ngo라시고래
So we are going to finish now by dedicating the merit that we have generated by listening to tonight's teaching. And when we do so, we make the prayer or make the wish that the merit we have dedicated be shared with all living beings, and that on the strength of this merit, they may achieve temporary happiness and health and quickly be liberated from the sufferings of cyclic existence.
소놈의 담저 정바냐 돈네 니베다나 밤자 예가난지 말로 정바 저빔 졸린 저와 저러서 장화라 화고 저던 정바 근더 zambo 대야 대다 근지 지서다 Gevanda damjara demo tiso shabe yarwa damje wa ganlan jodo daga ge dawa daga zambo jara demo waraja oma hom banzar garabama sa Om Ahom Banzang Garabama Sadahu Om Ahom Banzang Garabama Sadahu Ola Sotujiche Tsamala Tashi Dileje